noises.
Well,
What's
that's the
going
first
on?
thing that's the first thing that's caught on the thing. So welcome back to the world of Tapir. We're also doing this on Twitch because my computer is still having crashing problems. I haven't had a chance to replace my computer yet.
Wow.
But by doing it on Twitch, I am able to at least get the VOD. So if there's any weird
Hey,
cuts,
people at home.
if there's any weird cuts, then that means my computer probably crashed and I stitched the VODs together. Okay,
Hey,
so
people at home. Is it crackly for you guys, or is it just us?
is it crackly for y'all?
You're a little crackly.
Is it? Because I need to know these things.
It's the same as it was last time. So
I don't know what it
probably
was like
isn't
last
for the people
time.
at home.
Maybe just like move your microphone a little bit further from your mouth.
Okay, how about now?
That's way better.
Okay. Sorry. The USB was a little loose. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into it. When we last left off, which was quite some time ago, the False Sun crew had faced off against Project Terry, which was a pseudo-tarrasque, a clone of a tarrasque that had been infused with the blood of red and blue dragons. Y'all had managed to get the remaining tarrasque blood from the device, and it was in an extreme. It was in an adolescent state. It wasn't fully grown. It was only about, what was it, 20 feet tall?
20 feet.
Yeah, only about 20 feet tall. So significantly weaker.
20 feet tall is still pretty tall.
Yeah, but when Katya had first seen it, it was, I believe, 30 feet tall, because it had much longer to properly grow. And when you saw it destroy the thing, it was like 50 feet tall, or 100 feet tall.
Attack of the 50-foot tall woman.
Anywho,
I mentioned that movie to my dad, and he'd never heard of it.
Anywho, with a fantastic play by Katya using, what was it, Major Illusion?
Major image.
Major Image, to create a duplicate of herself to hold the Tarrasque's attention for the first few rounds. Y'all managed to barely squeak by a victory, with Sushi taking the final blow and her sword absorbing its blood.
We have to get out of here on this round. I need this.
I agree.
Alright, so...
But first, I gotta get to that thing.
Alright, so
And the
you're
points at
Fuck
the
your
end.
thing.
y'all are standing south of the device, which the giant tank that was incubating the Tarrasque has been thoroughly destroyed. The Tarrasque itself has collapsed and is dead. You can see Shiny is scurrying from the corner of the room back to the control console. To remind you, there are two doors to the western side of the room, one leading into the mine and one leading into Zeke's office. Zeke himself had run into his office. And there's also, to the in the western portion of this chamber, the remains of Zeke's flying device. His Eggman-style flying device. Raja,
Eggman.
your dagger is still lightly vibrating.
Nice.
I am a T-Rex right now.
Oh, right, you are a T-Rex. Your dagger is inside you. Merged with you, because that's how polymorph works.
Nice. Well,
Um,
that's where you would want a vibrating dagger, right?
Okay, I set
Ooh.
myself up
This
for
is
that
on
one, okay?
Twitch. This is on Twitch. Keep Keep your language
No,
good.
it's fine. I set myself up for that one.
The language is fine. It depends on whether you're in the know or not. And if you're not in the know, then it's no big deal. It's just a confusing sentence.
Yeah.
You're a confusing sentence.
I am. Thank you.
All right.
We're just gonna stomp over towards the was it the gem or the scepter?
The scepter is still currently in the device and has purple sparks crackling across it.
I believe Katya tried to pull it out of the device and couldn't. Or, like, got zapped by it badly or something like that.
I think you were going... No, you were trying to grab... Shiny... I honestly don't remember. But, what happened... Y'all haven't had... I don't think y'all have had a chance since defeating the Tarrasque to try and pull it out. The machine is still on.
I'm gonna go over to Zeke's door,
Alright.
and I am going to knock on it.
As you do, you hear the sound of, like, duct tape being ripped. And you hear him say, "Don't come in! I'm armed!"
I'm gonna follow the captain.
Mr. Zeke, could you please kindly turn off your machine and take the gem out of it? I would very much like it.
But no! You think I'm just gonna listen to the demands of someone who's trying to ruin my life's work?
I think you'd listen to a man who has the power to end your life.
I'm armed.
And I
We're
can
just
tell
gonna roar.
Is there a window on the door?
It's frosted glass.
I see.
Mr.
I'm going to smash the
Zeke.
glass with the butt of my dagger.
Alright, roll an attack on it to see how well it smashes.
Mr. Z.
That would be a 23 to hit the window.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Jesus.
It's a window. That'll shatter it really good. You're not gonna cut your arm on it or anything. Because it's
Good.
not safety glass.
Your safety glass.
Your face is safety glass.
I wish.
Alright. Looking inside his office, you can see he is leaned up against the back of his desk holding what looks like some kind of firearm made out of pipes, wood, duct tape, and blast caps. And he is going to try and fire at you as soon as you smash the glass and look in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's the wrong channel. Whoops. Oh, that's a 7. Yeah, no, I don't think that hits. As he does, you manage to just like you see him like pulling the trigger on this makeshift firearm, and you just like duck your head out of the way and it goes. Poof, 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 poof. The pellets don't even make it through the door. It's like, God damn it! Don't move! You can hear him starting to crawl around back to the shelf of various supplies.
I'm going to teleport into the room.
You gonna teleport in?
Yeah, I'm teleporting into the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to spook him.
All right. As he's crawling towards the cabinet, you bamf right in front of him. He's like, ah!
Now, I will ask kindly, once more, could you please retrieve the divination crystal for me?
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Kindly.
That is a 15.
Yeah, it's not a high DC. He's he's not confident without his machines or Terry. So it's like, okay.
Good. I really don't want to have to spill innocent blood, you know.
I don't mind. I'm willing to
That's what-
spill any blood you want, Captain.
And that's why you're outside the room.
I don't have to be. I'm gonna start punching the door.
It's locked, you stupid.
It is locked, but also the window is broken.
I don't care. I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah, but she's also 3 feet tall. I don't think she's tall enough to get her arm in through the
You're
window to
also
reach the
3
lock.
feet tall.
I may be 3 feet tall, but I teleported in.
All right.
I can
Yeah,
look
but how'd
into
you
the
reach
room.
The window's like 4 feet up.
I
That's
can
how they
look at the
usually are on
ceiling.
these doors.
I can look at the ceiling.
Ninja.
All right.
Schwapa.
All right.
Whatcha?
It's All right. He like crawls towards the desk and tries to use it to like stand himself up. He starts to, once he's on his good leg, he starts to like limp and drag his bad leg, stumbling, like and after a few steps before even getting to the door, he does fall over. Ah, shit!
Do you need a crutch?
Yeah!
Do you have crutches? Do you have crutches?
My cane broke. My cane broke when my hovercraft fell.
Hold on.
Hovercraft.
Let's see. Olivier reaches into his bag and he, I don't want to give him my magical cane because he might recognize that it's a magic item.
That feels like a bad idea.
Yes.
Yep.
Ha ba 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 da da ba bibbly boo. You know what? Give me 30 seconds. And Levere walks up to the door.
Yeah.
And he sticks his key. He sticks in his key.
Okay, the door with the broken window?
Yes.
Alright.
Levere sticks his key into the door.
Alright, as you open the key, Sushi, on the other side, you see the broken window just become a solid transparent or a solid clouded over wall, basically, that is flush
I'm gonna
with
poke
the window.
it.
I mean, it feels solid, and looking inside, you can see Levere entering the cube, as though you were on the outside
when he walks
of it.
When he walks through, does he like show like a slice of his body?
No, you're look. It's like you're. I think she said it's like you're looking into the cube.
Yeah, you're looking into the cube from the wall. It's like you see it.
I'm gonna make funny faces.
Well, you see it from the perspective of the door that's being open. Like the door is opening on one side. It'd be like if you put like a TV screen on a door's window and opened it, and there's like a camera on the other side.
On the other side.
Yeah. So like you
Right,
see.
hold on.
I'm having trouble picturing this.
You see, like from your side, you see it moving, but like you see the window perspective moving.
The actual physical normal door is in place.
Yes.
Where the broken window is, it is like It's like the door. It's like the other side of the door for Levere. It's the door facing in, and you're looking in.
Yes.
Looking into the cube. Levere's nice little space.
Yeah. Although I guess at this angle you could only see
Yeah.
like a quarter of the cube.
Yeah, because you're short.
Well, also because the
Hmm.
perspective of the broken window
Hmm.
is flush with the other side. It's as though you're looking at a door that's both open and closed at the same time, if that makes sense. Like one
It's
side.
very strange.
Yes.
Levere digs around in the pile of junk that he's got in there. There's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And here we go. And Levere retrieves a cool stick that he found in the woods once.
Oh. Alright, he grabs it and uses
And then I close my door.
uses it to steady himself.
Mhm.
He grabs like a cog from the cabinet and like hammers it uses his desk to like hammer it at the top to use as like a pommel.
Nah.
No, just so it doesn't stab my hand. And he starts
Understandable.
and he starts walking towards the very shakily and terrified, starts walking towards the door and exits. As he steps into the chamber, he's like, "Oh no, poor thing," and tries to walk as fast as he can to the pseudo-tarrasque, placing his hand on his carapace.
Oh, what's up?
While Levere was talking to Inventor Boy, can Katya have been like trying to climb up to see if she could get the staff?
Well, the staff is on a console that's like at ground level.
Oh, okay. I thought it was above the thing.
No. That it's at ground level. Like it's at the
okay.
base of the tank on the northern side.
I thought the magic gem was at the top of the tank.
No. It's on a terminal that's at the base of the tank, like
Okay,
inside of
alright,
it,
alright.
and has several
Well,
wires running
anyway,
from it.
Katya
Hmm.
climbed down from where she was anyway.
Okay, right, yeah, because you were at the you were towards the
Yeah, I was
top
up on
because
the
you were like
dome
levitating
pillar
or
thing.
something.
Now Z.
What?
I know that you've been working on this project for a while. I know it's sad and disappointing for it to end up like this. But I do need to tell you something. I don't know if I told you this cycle or the last one,
What do you mean?
but we're from the future.
Oh, right, the future.
Yes, about 27, 28 years or so.
23.
23 years.
Well, 23 years tomorrow. No, wait,
About
no,
20.
no, 23 years today. I forgot. It's the day before the solstice.
Now, your project and your machine and the gem have been causing trouble for the past 23 years. You see, what happens is your big, beautiful monster, he grows to be about 100 feet tall and destroys the town and the gem. And I'm pretty sure you can guess what happens when you destroy a source of time magic.
Look, you don't
A
need
big
to make.
source of time
You
magic.
don't need to make stuff up, all right?
I mean, you're gonna find out eventually that we're right.
Well, okay,
It doesn't matter
hold
if
on.
you believe us or not.
Let me pull out my pocket watch. Gnomes are meticulous. There would be a manufacturing date on the watch, wouldn't there?
Like, it would be the signature and day it was made would be deep inside of it. Like, it would have to be taken apart to find its copyright.
Pooey.
This is the Calvin Klein underwear of our pen and paper game.
Yeah, just keeps calling you Calvin. But no, can I just have a moment before I do whatever it is y'all will do that lets me
Yes,
live?
yes. Please,
No.
please take... No, let him take a moment to mourn his creation. He spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, well, we spent a lot of time on this, and I want a nap.
Yeah.
We're just gonna peek over and kind of just stomp over towards.
Yeah, it was, if you hear above the clock strikes 7 in the morning. Right? Because y'all made a beeline to the clock tower, if I remember
You
correctly.
beeline for it this time.
Well, first we beeline for Miranda.
Well,
Then we
yeah.
beeline. Then we went to the...
Did we get
deal
Miranda
with
this
this.
time?
Yeah!
I thought we didn't
Yes,
this
she
time.
fought with us. She's in the room.
Yeah, she's,
I thought
pretty
we got her
injured.
last time.
You got her both times. This is the
Katya-
time.
Miranda.
This is the time you didn't. I believe this is the time you made sure she didn't know you were part of the Hunters Guild.
Yes.
I'm gonna poke Miranda.
Ow!
Hi, Miranda.
Hi. I am very sore all over. Okay.
That's nice.
It's not nice. All
I
right.
mean, it's nice that I'm
You
sore because that
didn't
means I'm
get
still
done. I'll
alive.
help you out.
What was that, Katya?
Bring her to me. I'll help her out.
Alright, she hobbles over to you.
Katya's gonna cast Healing Word.
Wait, healing word or cure wounds? Because one of them does more.
Oh, I only have Healing Word.
Okay. Alright. Oh, thank you. That feels so much better. And you see some of her, like, bruises starting to fade.
Yeah. Should I roll it or?
No. We're out of
Oh.
combat. Eventually Zeke, finishes, and, starts hobbling over to the, console. He, shoos Shiny away.
We're just staring
Shiny.
intently.
And he presses a couple buttons on the console, and you hear a click, and you see those sparks crawling across the scepter fade. And you see Zeke starting to reach for the scepter.
Nope.
We're just gonna roar at him.
You know what?
Roar at him.
Roar.
Ah!
Dinosaur yell.
Oh, right, you're still a
Yeah.
Tarrasque. Or you're still a
T-Rex.
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 Sorry, T-Rex.
Yeah.
Look, their names are very similar. You're still a T-Rex.
Rizha probably would have taken a few bites of the Trask too before she headed over.
Are you sure you want to do that?
There's like blood. Oh.
Are you sure
There's
you
no
want
blood.
Hold on. Hold on.
She sort of ate all the blood.
Oh right.
Raja, are you sure you want
I
to
don't
do
think
that?
That's a good idea.
I will
Maybe
allow
like a
you.
nip.
You can certainly try. Roll
You
a
can certainly
constitution.
try.
Roll a Constitution check. Save.
It's the same as that one.
Using the T-Rex's Constitution modifier.
The save would be the same.
Okay.
Yep.
You have that
I
high of
remembered.
a
I double
Constitution?
checked that. 21.
All right. As you start biting on it, you have trouble getting because the way it fell forward. You really only have access to its carapace, which is very durable, and you realize that if you like as you're trying to bite through its carapace, you realize that if you continue, you're probably gonna break your teeth or your jaw.
Bad T-Rex.
All right. But at the roar, Zeke like jumps and like stumbles backwards a bit, or stumbles to the side a bit. It's like, okay.
No funny business, please.
No funny business. No funny business.
You're a funny man.
Levir's gonna be
You're a
standing next to him.
Funny man, Zeke.
All right. You can take the focus now. All right. My hands are. My hand is up. My other one's keep myself steady. All right.
All right. And Levir takes the gem.
Well, it's still on the scepter. The scepter is just.
Well, Levir takes the scepter.
All right. You grab it and you. It's a little bit stuck, but you twist it like 90 degrees clockwise and manage to pull it out. As you do pull. As you pull it out, you see a low fog starting to rise from the ground. Zeke looks around like, what's this? What's this? What'd you do?
Oh, it's just ancient magic. Don't worry.
And as the fog envelops
We told you.
as the fog envelops you, you feel like it's so thick that you can barely see a few inches in front of your face. And you feel a rushing of wind and a bright light. Too bright. You gotta close your eyes to withstand it. Even then, you can see like kind of through your eyelids, and then the light fades.
Mm-hmm.
That's all of you. Opening your
The whole
eyes.
place got enveloped.
Huh?
Everyone's experiencing this.
Yes. That's something everyone experiences.
Open up your eyes.
As you open up your eyes, you find yourself standing back in the city threshold, staring at the merchant. You hear a click, tick, tick, tock. You see the clock has started to tick at a normal pace in the correct direction, and the merchant is standing there, smiling. You look around. All of you are there, including Zeke and Miranda.
Does Levir have the scepter?
Levir has the scepter.
Okay, cool. I'm walking away.
You see the merchant smile and says,
Sorry, my mom called me and I had to let her know I'm playing.
oh,
Wait. No. I'm starting to walk away and then I turn around. Where's Shiny?
You see Shiny is, as you say that, you feel Shiny jump onto your back.
Alright, I'm taking Shiny with me. Me and my son are going that way.
Which way? Are you going into the city or out to the island?
Towards where we left our ship.
Alright. So, you just, exit the, you just leave out the exit. It seems the blizzard has, become a light snowfall. With fairly good visibility. You can see the path that you took. You can see the path you took to here. The merchant just starts chuckling. Well, I knew that that my faith was well placed, at least in most people. And then he, while still smiling, just gives a deep glare of vitriol at Miranda. So, you have what I tasked you with obtaining?
Did we give it to Miranda? I can't remember.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, you gave it to Miranda as soon as the fight was over. Miranda pulls it out and just shoves it into the merchant's hands. Says, "You're just stupid." Now, I'm going home, and you need to make sure to give me my payment before I do.
Hello?
And he says,
Hi, Choppy.
he says, "Very well," and just claps his hands and, like a sleight of hand magic trick, just produces a box, a very ornate cherry wood box with ivy carved around it and a gold filigree on the top, and just hands it to Miranda, who takes it and is like almost falls forward with the weight, and just like carefully puts it in her bag of colding, just heads out, flipping the merchant off and heading outside to the to follow Sushi.
Hold on, I'm
do we have
typing
to
in the
take
notes.
Miranda with us then?
You don't have to.
I mean, Miranda said she wanted to go home, but Katya's not opposed to asking her to join us.
Well, at the very least, we can bring her to the mainland. Don't forget, this is an island quite a bit off from the shore. All right.
So it seems everyone's end of the bargain was held up.
I believe I'm owed some information.
Yes. So what is it that you seek? I've
All right.
traveled many places, so I know many things.
What's the name of the fucking place?
Which place?
The place with the tower or whatever, where everybody who goes to it dies or whatever.
Cogston?
No, the other one.
Well, Cogston is the one with the clock tower. The one with the reef and the storm.
Yeah, the reef.
That is the Isle of Muliath.
All right. We need to get to the Isle of Muliath.
Aha! Well, I've heard many tales about that. I'm sure I have something that can assist you in figuring out how to get there. He reaches into
How do I spell that, by the way?
Myuloth. Wait. No, Myulyoth.
All right.
Yeah, I know. It looks like a keyboard mash.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. He walks over to his bag in the corner and digs through it and pulls out a small vial of a purple fluid. Says, "Just focus on what it is that you seek, and this will show you how to get to it," and places it in your hand. "And now for the final order of business." He snaps his finger, and several thorned vines bind Zeke. He's like, What the hell?"
Ooh, bad luck.
Haha!
This is ominous.
Oh, don't worry. 23 years of my life he wasted, so I'm just going to return the favor in kind. Oh, don't worry about him. It's not just my life he wasted, by the way. It's all of theirs. By the way, I would suggest not going in there for a bit.
Is it all time fucky in there?
Well, they just have a bit of catching up to do, if you know what I mean.
Give it a day.
Oh, no, not that long. Just about 20 minutes. And with that, you see the fog start to engulf him and Zeke, rushing in from the open doors that Sushi and Miranda had left through, completely obscuring them. And then you just hear, "If I have any other business I think you'd be interested in, I'll contact you. Though, if you wish to do business with me again, feel free to ask." And with that, a whoosh, the fog disappears and they're both gone.
Are you just gonna transform back into herself?
Oh, you've been yourself
That was
since
interesting.
you had been yourself since since you had come back.
You probably wouldn't fit super well in the.
Yeah.
Well, think on it this way, Raja. Your spell doesn't last 23 years.
That's true.
I think it only lasts like an hour.
Yep. That is interesting.
At least it's not like Animorphs, where if it lasts longer than an hour, then it's stuck that way.
2 hours.
Which I
True,
guess is like
true
the,
polymorph. True polymorph.
Yeah.
Your polymorph.
Well, I guess that's the polymorph version of like Viagra. If it lasts longer than an hour, you have to.
If your polymorph lasts longer than an hour, please contact your local cleric.
Please contact a doctor.
So you're standing in the city threshold. You can see those vines that had blocked the way into the city have reappeared. They're no longer withered like when you had first.
Yeah.
They're no longer withered like the merchant had made them when he allowed you into the city. And the door outside of the city is currently open with snowfall coming in.
Okay. Are we going?
We came all those over here. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Well, I am gonna have to go back in the mine. Levere holds up the gem and looks at his gauntlet. Not his gauntlet, his bracer.
Your bracer is not glowing, but it has an amethyst in it, but it is not glowing. The glowing and blinking was the signifier of other things other than the gem itself.
Yeah, like presence of the dungeon that I gotta go to.
Yeah, it is not glowing or blinking.
So there isn't a dungeon.
There is a dungeon.
No,
It's just in there. No?
no, it didn't glow at any point in there. It's just the gem itself was in it. The presence of the gem.
We need to find the dungeon.
No, the presence of the gem in your bracer is an indicator of one of these cores. The gem glowing is an indicator of the presence of a dungeon. The gem did not glow, that's why you needed to use the compass.
Right.
Because your bracer did not indicate any dungeon.
Right. But the wizard went in the mines. Probably to put the gem in there. So that it can be found later. 'Cause he's a big, smart boy.
Alright.
Asshole wizard.
Sushi.
I think I have to put this gem in the spider that's spewing lava, actually.
Oh no, not the spider.
You
No.
guys know a spider that spews lava?
The spider spewing, when you got close to the spider spewing lava, a ruby appeared on your bracer.
Right, that one's got the ruby. Where does this one go?
You don't know.
So yes, I'm here.
So,
Can you hear me?
Sushi, as you are walking to where you hope the ship is, you can see your attendants in the distance walking towards the city wall and then running towards you.
I'm gonna squint at them. Yes, hello.
Oh, it's Ramen that makes it first, or Udon that makes it first, and says, "Oh, hey, the blizzard cleared up a few minutes ago, so we were trying to, go and see if you needed any help." Oh, you look like.
Katya rushes to the retainers and is like,
Oh no, you were still in the threshold.
Oh, okay.
Sushi left the threshold. Like.
I thought we all walked out of the time loop at the same time and are together?
No, Sushi left.
No, Sushi
I walked away.
Yeah.
Sushi fucked up to the
off
ship.
because
Miranda's there
this
too.
guy.
Yeah.
Miranda's there
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, Sushi and
Fuck
Miranda.
the merchant. I walked away.
Yeah, Sushi and Miranda left as soon as they could.
This merchant is somehow more untrustworthy than any character in the most recent show I watched.
What show did you watch?
Has-Been Hotel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's definitely got that.
on
He is
me.
definitely the person who would has the philosophy of if you always smile, no one can tell what you're thinking.
He's got that vibe, and he's more untrustworthy than the people that have that vibe,
Definitely
in that
Alistair
show.
vibes.
and yet somehow sketchier. Anyway,
You did a good
Hello,
job
my
with this
friends.
voiceover.
Thanks. I was trying to channel my best used car salesman.
hello friends.
Yeah.
What's up?
You look awful. It's only been an hour. What trouble did you get yourself into?
Well, for me, it's been a week.
What the?
Sort of.
What, did you go in the Feywild or something?
I don't think so.
Come on, let's get you back to the ship and get you cleaned up.
I'm gonna pick ramen up.
Ah.
Okay,
Yeah?
we'll go take a bath.
Okay. As you're walking, Soba just like smacks you on the back of the head and just says, "If any of your bones are broken again, I will break them more."
I don't think so.
Well, you don't think that I'll break them, or you don't think that they're broken?
I don't think they're broken.
They better not
I-
be.
Feel like I would remember that.
Uh,
Maybe not, though. I mean, I think I did get killed a few times, so I mean, it could have been. Who knows?
Jeez. And they
Don't worry, I've been dead before. And
Yeah.
I got better.
as y'all walk to the ship, you see Miranda following behind, choosing not to get involved in this
Just
awkward.
completely uninteracted. Choosing completely to not interact with me or my retainers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So,
Oh, hold on.
What?
Don't forget, Sushi's got a message earring.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Levere's going to say into his earring. It's going to be broadcasted to everyone who's got one, but still. Hey Sush, when you see Miranda, tell her dad that the false sun crew says hi, or tell her husband that the false crew son says hi.
Yeah, the false crew son.
False sun crew.
Tell her to tell her husband.
Yes.
Alright. Hey, Miranda, can you tell your husband that we say hi?
False sun crew.
All right.
Say false sun crew.
False Sun Crew.
That's us.
How... You realize how long it's gonna take her to get to him, right? We are halfway across the world.
He moved to McCreer.
Did he?
Did
I thought
you?
he moved
Yes.
from McCreer.
No,
Did he
he
move
moved
back?
back. He moved back to McCreer because his kid got kidnapped.
It's weird.
It's because there's less magic people here.
So that means they're gonna kidnap less children? Not all magic people kidnap children. I should know.
No, the cultist
I
kidnapped
never
her
kidnapped.
because she's
Well,
a
I mean,
magic
I
woman.
might have kidnapped. Ramen, have I kidnapped anybody?
Not that I know of.
What is how's
See?
Miranda? How's Miranda looking at sushi right now?
Confusion and horror. Because she's only hearing one side of the conversation.
Look, just tell her to tell Mavis we said the False Sun crew says hi.
Did you tell her? Hold on,
Mavis?
in this?
I don't think we did. I do not think we did. Tell Mavis. The False Sun crew says hi.
All right. How do you know my husband?
Oh, we saved your child.
From.
I think.
Kidnapping cultists.
Kidnapping cultists who may have wanted to sacrifice her?
Why didn't you tell me that
He's
earlier?
We did one time. You know, you were kind of a lot when we said it, and we figured it would save time.
I only just met you.
Time loop.
I would. Whatever. She just. Is that your ship?
Yes.
Well, it's the only ship here
I didn't want to assume.
that's actually here.
It is. It is right where you
Like-
left it.
It is the only ship at the dock
Yeah.
because no one else is going to come here.
At this point, Levere is leaving the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know how Levere
He's
expects
tired.
her to get to her husband without our help.
Katya's
Well,
gonna head back
he
to
told
the
us
ship.
where he moved, right?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Do you remember where it was?
Hold on. Just his home. Or just back home to McCreer. Hold on. Let me go down the second mentioning of Mavis. That's okay.
As y'all are walking back to the ship, 20 minutes since you last saw the merchant pass, and you can see the fog dome that covers the town start to dissipate, as well as the clouds in the sky, allowing for, to an extent, allowing for a bit more light to come through. And you can see the town from the outside. It seems that the clock tower has a new set of hands on it, and its roof is now blue. And you can see plumes of chimney smoke starting to fill the air.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I said,
Clock tower's on fire?
no, chimney smoke.
Oh.
Yeah, from
Fair
the
Sorry,
chimneys of the.
I was scrolling through the notes to see if I could find which session we saved his kid.
Oh, that was really early on. The town was verdigris.
Verdigris.
Yeah. You know, the color copper turns when
Yeah.
it gets a patina.
Yeah, I have a Warhammer paint that gives it that.
Hell yeah. But yeah.
I think it counts as a technical paint.
Yeah, as you do the mist surrounding the misty dome surrounding the town dissipates, and you can see the town from the outside, though it has visibly changed. The clock tower has a new set of hands on it, and its roof has been reshingled to be blue instead of red.
Clock towers means are different. And the roof is blue.
Well, presumably they just spent the last 20 years in the last 20 minutes, so something's gonna be weird.
Well, it makes sense. The clock tower was already old.
You're old.
It makes sense that sometime in the last 23 years they had to redo the roof.
Aren't you like twice my age, Lavir?
I'm 18. I'm 18.
So you're barely older than me.
18. You might as well be 12 to in my eyes.
I think technically,
I've been sailing since I was 12.
That's impressive. But still,
am I 12 or
compared to me,
18?
you are but
You're
a
18.
newborn,
I think
babe.
You were
I've
both
been
born.
on this earth 80 years.
Lavir is a few months older than you.
I'm a few months older than you and like a couple inches taller.
If you count the horns.
I was sailing for about 12 years, and then I became a princess. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, you've gotten soft in your royal age.
Are you calling me old?
I poke your tummy. I poke you in the tummy.
Look, Sushi has rock hard
Yes,
abs
Grump
under
is being
a little
soft.
tummy.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah.
is there any food on here that isn't covered in weevils?
Oh yeah, we have a nice. We got fruit.
Oh, show me your
Hold on, I gotta-
Babushka will make you a snack.
Fuck, dude, hold on. I have preserves in my ethereal realm.
Oh, fuck yeah, what kind?
Hold on. Where's my fucking key? I think it's just an assortment.
No, it was apple preserves, because you bought them at the festival.
Well, you don't know. There's autumnal berries.
I know, but you specifically bought the apples from Andor. The Andor apples.
It's a good few jars worth of Andor apple.
Man, I haven't been Andor in years. I had
I know how to make some mean desserts with Andor.
Yeah, they have the best apples. I had to.
We were at the festival in I got those in Siller Mistal, right?
No, Fatio.
Fatio, right. We were in Fatio. I'm from there.
Yeah.
It was the Apple Festival.
Flakiest of
I pegged you as a Fatio person.
We had cinnamon,
As she says Fishio, he like
cup of tea,
cringes
we'll be
mildly.
Cozy for hours.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I didn't hear you, Katya.
Oh, I was saying I know how to make some real mean desserts with them apples.
Oh man.
That's preserves. It's jars.
Yes, the apple preserves, the Endor. I know how to make good dessert. I'll make you the flakiest, crumbliest pastry you've ever had, and we fill it with the preserves and some cinnamon and
Do y'all have
a mug
cinnamon?
of tea, and that's it.
We did spend money on spices early on, so I'm pretty sure we do have cinnamon.
Oh fuck yeah.
We have flour, we got cinnamon. Did we get a chicken for
Oh,
eggs?
Let
No.
Babushka get to work.
No, we declined the chicken.
Yeah. You declined livestock.
Huh.
You got a goose though.
I mean, I
but-
still think we should have livestock.
Hmm.
Ships are supposed to have a pig or two on them.
Yeah, but you can barely keep track of your pets.
Speaking of
Listen,
my
I mean,
pets,
I
I'm
grew
gonna.
up on a farm. I can help
Listen,
them.
this is
I
my-
realize now that I should not have bought the goose for the other one,
Orbis.
the bird. It was a
Yeah.
bad idea, and I
Orbis.
should have bought Left Snake. I
Your
should have bought Left Snake so he would slap the shit out of the bird. It would have been fun.
your
The whole
possum.
dynamic.
your possum is whatever size it was when y'all arrived here, and I do not remember what that was. I want to say small or tiny.
I pick up my. I
Tiny
pick up.
possum.
I think it was small.
I named her Delphi, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Delphi.
Yeah. Well, just Delphi.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So
I pick her up and give her a little smooch.
she
Little smooch on the nose.
she bites your nose. Not like
Yum.
aggressive, but just in response to
Yum.
her mouth getting close to something.
Yeah.
So Katya, you spend the next
I put
few...
it in my pocket. I put her in my shirt pocket.
Yeah. So you spend the next hour or so, making an apple pie.
Apple danishes with like flaky
that-
pastry.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
I
we have
had
butter?
Huh?
Spano Capita, and now flaky pastry sounds bad.
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can actually make pastry. I don't know if we have butter.
You do.
Did we buy butter?
I'm pretty sure
We bought
y'all
butter?
did. I'm pretty sure y'all bought butter and
Katya
cheese.
definitely has some with her.
Pocket butter.
Ew.
You know, no, it's fine. It's those little it's those little foil wrapped ones that you get at cafes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a shelf stable one.
I was imagining just like a stick of butter loose in the pocket.
No, it's wrapped.
And not
It's
even
in
like
a
an
container.
American stick of butter. You have to have one of those, the big fat sticks from the West Coast.
Yeah, no.
You get in Canada.
It's a block. It's a block of Irish butter.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Irish
has
butter
a lot
is
of
actually pretty good.
Butter has a lot of calories.
I've never had it. I've never had Irish butter because it's very expensive and my parents
Yeah,
don't
it's
buy it.
pretty good,
Not
though,
that
like-
much better. It's a
yeah.
little more flavorful. It has like hints of like a cheddar taste.
Mmm. Cheese. I
It's
do like
like
cheese.
It's sharp. It's oddly sharp, which you don't expect from a butter, but it is.
Yeah, you
All right.
expect that from a
Oh,
cheddar.
But I wish I could eat it.
I do love cheddar.
So,
Well, you know what they say. Cheddar is better.
so as you finish making this dish and serve it to everyone, Miranda's just like, "This is fantastic."
You're welcome.
You know what the secret to Andor's apples are, right?
No, I've wondered how they get them so good. I figure it's magic or something.
So the fertilizer it's a compost made out of cockatrice. Believe it or not, I had a
Cockatrice,
they
like cockatrice bone meal, or just like
Yeah.
composted cockatrice?
the bone meal.
Cockatrice bone meal. Huh.
It's apparently
Can you
really
use
good.
the whole cockatrice?
You gotta use multiple. That orchard is massive. Honestly, I have no idea how one dude can run that whole thing by himself. He's a pretty nice fellow though.
Maybe he's one of those like high level wizards that can have multiple of them.
Well, I never saw more than one at a time, if that is the case.
Well, you said the acre's pretty big, so
Yeah,
or the orchard's pretty big.
yeah, it is.
Well, maybe you only saw one of them because one of them was like 2 miles out east.
I don't know, but
I mean, those high-level
ain't good.
wizards can just keep making more of them, right?
I don't know.
You leave one wizard, you leave one level 20 wizard, like 10 years, and then there's a whole infestation of them.
I have no idea. My magic, my arcane abilities come from my blood.
My arcane abilities come from my sword.
Oh, neat.
My arcane abilities come from this bracer that lets me teleport and give people a boost to not getting hit.
Have any of us actually trained for magic?
Hmm.
Reja?
Raja,
Yeah, where's your magic come
She's
from?
she's a bard. She went to college, I think.
No. No.
Cleric.
I mean,
Katya?
Well, where's your...
I mean,
yeah,
where's your
Katya
yeah.
was taught at a bard school.
Okay, so one of
Oh,
y'all...
Katya's a bard?
No, she just went to
I just
school.
do mischief and I can do magic.
Well, where's
Have
your magic
any
come
of us
from?
have any formal training?
Katya is the only one of you who has formal training.
Katya.
I mean, technically Corvus was trained for years, but, like, not in magic.
I was homeschooled.
Oh.
My mom's the leader. She's the matriarch in her clan, so you know.
Reja grew up in a cult. Okay, so we are getting this straight.
No.
What?
That wasn't a firm no.
I mean, it doesn't...
I wouldn't call
Cults
it a cult. Like
Not cults are bad.
we don't do like weird stuff.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, most of my family just does odd jobs or are honestly thieves. But my
Fine,
mom's
Udon Sorry.
my mom's kind of like religious and stuff, and she does really cool magic, and she's good with healing.
Oh, nice. What god?
So she just I
It's
actually have
fine.
to check that.
It's fine. Udon was in a cult.
Hey, it was a
What did I say?
it was a state-sanctioned cult, all right. It was no different from that Raven Queen stuff that Corvus does.
Not all cults are bad.
you-
The only difference
guys had
between
a
a cult
spooky
and a
room.
religion is having like a church.
Well,
You guys
Yeah.
had a spooky
Yeah.
room where you hid a sword for hundreds of years.
hey, it wasn't just a sword. It was
And I
also a
put-
mirror and a stone.
Well, I didn't take those ones. So, yeah.
What's
They
with the
didn't-
mirror?
It was magic, maybe.
My faith is the Autumn Princess. That's who we pray to.
Wait. Who's the Autumn Princess?
You have no idea.
No,
I mean,
Attica.
she
Which one did
she
say?
kind
Yeah.
the Autumn Princess. She likes some mischief. She's kind of fun. She's not like evil.
I wouldn't say my sword's evil. He had a cult, kind of, maybe. No one remembers him.
Well, anytime I
He
hear
gets
the anytime I hear the rat talk, it doesn't really sound evil.
Speaking of which, I should resummon my familiar.
Oh yeah, your familiar died, didn't it?
I don't know, maybe,
I think he
but
fell
I
in water
probably
or
should
something.
resummon it anyway because it's small and I lost him, and also he needs to reconnect with being an avatar of my patron. So
Instead
Alright.
of just being a little goo rat that you have.
Yeah. Are you going to do that here at the table, or go into your room and do that?
I mean, I can just like do it at the table. It doesn't take that much work.
Well, if you do it at the table, don't get any goo on the food.
Just gonna do it on my plate. Sketch a little diagram. Burn whatever incense I have to burn.
Alright. So, as you do so, and you hold your sword over the plate and focus, you feel yourself being sort of pulled into your sword. And not an unfamiliar feeling, as many times when you meditate, you find yourself experiencing this, though something feels slightly different this time.
Hmm.
Come on, Discord. There we go. Alright.
Man, let me tell you, I've been having to deal with these shitty little, tiny little brown beetles.
Okay. So,
They're fucking everywhere.
Sushi,
Eat them.
as you feel yourself pulled
Yes.
into your sword, it's different. Now, instead of just the black iridescent ichor that coats the floor, you can see cascading waterfalls of bright gold beginning falling from the cracks in the sky of your sword, flowing into it and mixing with the ichor. And you can see your patron is sitting at the table next to a mannequin wearing the mask that you had obtained from Shex. I don't remember if it was the dragon or the rabbit mask. I want to say it was the dragon mask.
Which was the mask? Wait, what was the dragon mask?
That you obtained from Shex. That or Corvus obtained from Shex as part of her deal with your patron.
I don't know.
But he is currently having tea with a mannequin wearing that mask. And you see him gesture over to you and says, Sushi, I've been waiting for about hour and a half. I was wondering when you'd come in. I didn't want to just pull you in, that'd be rude.
I was having apple fritters.
Oh. Well, I hope you saved room. Today is quite a fortunate day.
Saved room for food?
Dragon mask.
Okay. Well, for tea. There's no food in here. I mean, there could be if you want.
That was my question. All that I see is ghoul. And I don't want to eat that.
Oh, don't worry. There's more than just the ichor of souls now. What you brought in is fantastic. It's not a soul per se, but it is very powerful and very raw magic. Just look at it, and he gestures to the cascading waterfall of gold flowing down. And you can see the cracks in the sky start to, like, expand a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that might...
That is a lot.
Yes. It has been so long since a being that powerful has had its power taken into this sword.
I'm not sure there are many beings more powerful that I could find. I'm going to be honest.
That's fair.
Because most of the ones that are have resurrection protocols, like the demons, where they just kind of go back to their realm.
You think a paltry demon or devil is going to be as powerful as that? Even with
the big ones.
Well, even with its blood diluted.
Killed one of the big ones.
Well, even with its blood diluted, it was still very strong. But
so Tarrasques equals strong, is what you're saying.
Very.
All right,
they are
let me
also
go kill
very
the immortal
hard.
lizard.
They're also very hard to kill. But what's
Fair.
more fortuitous is I can feel freedom just around the corner. Just maybe a couple more, and just a couple more, and we'll be able to finally feel the air on my face and the light on my skin.
You do have skin,
Yes,
right?
yes, you've seen me. He takes off his mask again to show you his face, which is just
All right.
a regular
You're
human.
still spooky.
Yes, he is. He has white hair and very pale skin and red eyes.
Like
you
a
are still spooky. He looks like the gay albino character from Venture Bros.
Don't know what. It's been a long time since I've seen Venture Bros. Also, why
I
did
know who you're talking about.
He's the partner of that scientist guy who looks like he's 5.
Oh, right,
You know, the
right.
really short guy.
Yes.
He-
yeah. I know who you're talking
he's
about now.
technically a scientist. He's just a quiz boy. Anyway,
Quiz Boy's his last name.
So, Sushi.
it's a
Sushi,
weird series.
please come sit. Come sit. We have a lot to discuss.
Okay. Do you have a chair for me to pull up?
He waves his hand, and you can see a chair, a golden chair with black filigree, rising from the mixed goo at the table.
All right, I will sit on it
It's
carefully.
It is very comfortable.
I don't know why I was just imagining like a wooden chair.
I mean, wooden chairs aren't gold. It kind of looks like a bee or a wasp with the black and gold color
Black
scheme.
and yellow.
There is so.
She's repping my school colors. Wow.
So,
Go Bulldogs.
I lost contact with you for about an hour.
Yeah, it felt like longer. Let me just put it that way.
Yes, I know. My contact in the outside world for you had been telling me about it.
Yes.
Yes. But I must commend you. You did a fantastic job staying alive, at least in the end.
I tried my best.
So, as the cracks widen, I can lend you more power.
Yes.
And I have a very, very important question. My power is your power, and my power comes from those you fight. Would you rather draw strength from those you slay and bring to me, or would you rather draw strength from those who try magic against you?
Like, Sushi is just, like, suddenly very serious, just kind of like, I don't know.
Well, take your time thinking on it.
Is there any more information you can give me?
No, that's as plain as I can put it. But I do have
there
fantastic
is.
news. Between the cracks widening and you bring me a memento of my past, I am starting to remember who I am.
Yes.
Would you laugh if I said this isn't the first time I've forgotten myself?
I will deign not to.
Yes, no. This is
Maybe.
not the first
I
time
don't
that
know.
I've lost myself. Though the first time I did lose myself was when I was placed in this sword the first time. It's a long. Well, no, the order of events is very hard to remember. But no, I was trapped within myself the first time. Then I regained my memory. Then I got stabbed with this sword. My own blood quenched it. Doesn't that sound fantastic? I can still feel the pain piercing my heart.
That's not great. I mean, pain can be kind of hot, but like, too much is too much, you know?
Oh, don't tell me you have a limit now!
I'll endeavor not to.
He gets very serious and presses his hands against your cheek to bring your face level with his as he leans over the table and says, Sushi, I do not care how much pain you inflict upon others. I do not care who it is that you slay. All that matters is that they're strong and you free me. Do you understand? I have been in prison after prison after prison. I am tired of it. And he lets it go, and your face, and you fall belly first on the table and says, but it is nice to feel an amount of change. So, do think on my offer. You do deserve a reward for being such a loyal champion.
Chalkfy, is that you in the notes?
It is.
Okay.
I'll think about it. Do you have a time limit?
Oh, I've waited thousands of years already.
I see. That's great, man.
So, I'll be seeing you. And he snaps his fingers, and you suddenly come to. You're sitting at the table holding your sword. You can see the golden ichor is dripping from the cracks in it. Now, the cracks are deeper into the blade. Not yet connecting, but the two cracks come from different sides, and they snake their way towards each other. All in all, it's about halfway through combined. If you combined both of their lengths, they'd be about halfway through total. And the gold ichor is dripping through it onto your plate and forms the rat, now made of a gold slime with a black skull mask.
I see. I will pick up my Slimo.
Yep, it is.
Hey, new rat.
It's. Excuse you, I am the same rat. I just got a bit of a dye job. That's what I get for dying.
Yippee!
So,
Mm.
as y'all are enjoying your downtime on the ship, you hear a voice outside says, "Hello? Hello?"
Since I'm the captain, I'll head up and check it out.
You see a kid about maybe 15, and he's human with short brown hair, and he says, "Hi, who are you?"
We're the False Sun crew.
Oh, nice to meet you.
And who might you be?
Oh, uh, you can call me Zeke. My dad wanted me to check out the my dad wanted me to check out what was going on. The mist finally left, like people said it eventually would, and
I'm gonna go upstairs.
to the top deck. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's standing at the bottom of the gangplank.
Who's your dad?
Who might your dad be?
Oh, he's the sheriff in town.
Name?
I'm
Sheriff.
assuming this is Zeke Jr.
No, Zeke. No, the other Zeke was friends with the sheriff.
Zeke was the bad guy. Sort of.
Yeah, we've just been docked here.
Oh, sorry, I haven't really met new people.
Alright. Well, you'll meet a bunch of people soon as we tell people that the port's open again.
Yeah, do you want to do you want to come into town? My dad wanted me to make sure that everything was safe out here.
We were kind of just in there. I don't.
It is the solstice, right?
Well, tomorrow's the solstice. But with
What do you think?
Festival?
well, the festival is starting tonight at midnight.
Beer?
I think it'd be nice to enjoy the festival without, you know.
Well, I need sleep. So, whatever plan gets me that.
And you know what? You know what's in town? Beds that are softer than the ones on the ship.
I mean, yes, but that's because I sleep on the floor,
You have a
as
tatami
is
mat.
traditional. As is traditional.
You can bring a
I have
mat.
a tatami mat and a futon.
I mean, Udon says, I mean, they might have booze. I don't know. Maybe not actually. If they'd have to make their own booze. If all the
Do
stuff
you have
you
any
said is true.
alcohol?
Oh,
In town?
yeah. We make it from the wheat.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Any of you got scurvy?
No.
Good, they must have found an orange plant.
They had a field.
Yeah, but like, it was of wheat.
Well, no. The field wasn't farm. It was a when you went there, the field was mostly
Wait, where'd they get the wheat from then?
they imported it. They mostly imported it before the whole.
No. But for the last 20 years, where does the wheat come from? They have enough to plant?
Well, they probably have once the mists went up, they probably figured, shit, we got to plant some wheat.
I bet people died.
Probably.
Wonder if that little girl is alive. She'd be what, like 25? Fuck, she's older than me. God damn it.
What was her
I'm
name
upset
again?
about this now.
Dusk.
That's pretty funny, but I'm still the oldest one here.
You're
hey,
the oldest
Z-
one anywhere, Grandma.
Exactly, and don't you forget it.
Still peering over the edge of the ship. Hey, Z,
Yeah.
do you know a woman named Dusk?
Oh yeah, she runs the inn with her mom. Well, the tavern with her mom.
We should go say hi. Maybe she'll recognize us.
Have
I doubt
y'all-
it.
Have y'all been there before?
Yeah, we were there an hour ago. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I doubt it.
Eh. Well, we fixed the leash on the way in.
Yeah, but like it was like 5 seconds. We talked to her longer on other times.
Yeah, well, you know what, people remember the weirdest shit from their childhood, so maybe she will.
Look, all that I can say is that sadly there won't be as many hot mice.
All that I can say is that life is pretty strange.
There will still be some hot mice. Ramen, we're
I like
going.
watching the
Okay.
puddles gather rain.
Rain, and it's insane.
And all
We should be glad that you can't carry a tune, otherwise this would get copyright struck.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. I got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
Keep moving. Can't
Okay.
run ahead, got
Gotta
to keep moving
on.
on.
Don't know
'Cause
what lies ahead. Only
the
one way to
way
find
out.
out. Just keep on moving ahead. Okay,
This is
okay.
entirely diegetic, people at home. Entirely diegetic, and the boy is staring at us, very confused.
Take my
Take my
hand,
hand,
I'll
I'll
set
set
you
you
free.
free. Follow me. Set me free. Escape from
And we will escape from the sea.
Y'all are explicitly y'all have already escaped from the city.
We could escape from the city. And we're going back into the city. Festival time.
Okay, as you go
I want funnel cake and a corn dog.
as you go
Yeah, me too.
As you go in, the you see that lights are being put up as well as various other decorations. Much better looking than they did before. You can see that now the circus leader is dressed in a more as an equally gaudy but also more but more professional looking suit with a taller top hat, and it seems to be the main one organizing the decorations. And it seems that some carpenters as well as a few members of the circus are the ones preparing the main stage in the city square. Looking to the north, it seems that the fields, which were once just mostly grass, have been turned into farmland.
It must kinda suck to be like circus folk to like randomly get stuck in a town for 20 years.
No, they live there.
They're not circus
Yeah,
folk
now they're
anymore.
a circus, but also they live there.
Now they're a cirque.
Is there any place in particular you'd like to take a look at?
Katya kind of wants to see if she can talk her way into being in the show.
Okay. Okay, you go up to the circus leader who's talking to a goblin girl who looks to be around 20 years old or so. And it's like, all right, can you run these lights up to can you run these lights up to the top of the clock tower and start wrapping them around the clock's hands so that we can have them light up right when it hits midnight? And she's like, on it, boss! And takes a long roll of lights and heads into the clock tower.
After he's done giving his instructions, Katya pulls out her balalaika and starts strumming on it, and to like catch the ringmaster's attention. What's the ringmaster's gender?
He's a human. Human? Yes. He's a man with a he's a man. Though his hair has started to gray. Has turned to gray significantly since you last encountered him. He says, "Oh, hello."
Yeah. My good ringman, could you perhaps use an instrumental granny who can walk the tightropes and do the flips like you have never seen and still play a flawless tune? And she like tries to do a backflip while still playing the
roll acrobatics.
8 plus 7, 15.
You do.
I think I get. I think I get to re-roll acrobatics because cat.
Yeah. Okay. I'll allow it.
Maybe?
I think is that
Okay.
is that a racial feature?
Yeah, it's a racial feature. I get advantage on dexterity checks. I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
I think that's just like regular, like straight up like saving throws. Is it checks or throws?
Okay, well, I also need to remember to use Jack of all trades. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna saving.
I think Beyond Auto does it.
Feline agility when you move on your turn in combat. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's in
That's
combat?
different.
Or oh.
I thought there was a thing. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I can also add a +2 for Jack of all trades, so 17.
Well, I think D&D Beyond already automatically does that, doesn't it?
I'm not sure.
Hold on, let me check. I can check your. I can check your character sheet.
Okay.
Oh god, apparently I haven't logged on to D&D Beyond since before I moved. Because it's like, hey,
Makes sense.
I don't recognize
Yeah,
this
I had to
IP
log in
address.
as well.
Oof.
So you think I'ma go that way?
Alright.
I'm gonna get
Well,
me
I'm
some
gonna get us a
owlbear claws.
I'm gonna get us a room at the end.
I'm gonna get an owlbear claw and a baguette, and then I'm gonna go sleep in the room. Wait, shit. They might not have rooms anymore.
Let's see. You don't seem to have. There isn't. There's not a bonus to. Oh yeah, Jack of all trades is already applied to things. That's why
Oh, okay.
all of your skills have that have a half pip.
Oh, okay.
Also, you're already proficient in acrobatics.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So, you do a backflip as you're playing, and when you land, and there's you hear like a slight cracking in your back. It's painful, not broken, but it definitely feels like you may have pulled something when you landed.
Oh, that's what I just dropped.
Katya like pushes through it and like grins up at the guy and like plays a finishing chord.
Well, that's impressive, but I haven't been a ringmaster in years.
Ah, you look like the person in charge of the show.
Well, I am, but I was
Well, what does it take to get in it? I want something exciting to do tonight.
Oh, well, it's a bit last minute. Also, I don't know you. You're very new.
Yes, Katya, pleased to meet you.
Nice to
And
meet
she
you.
holds out a paw to shake his hand.
Nice to meet you. It's
Yeah, you haven't met in this timeline.
Yeah. Well, nice to meet you. I used to be a ringmaster. I had a circus, but when it came time to leave after the like 20 years ago, I lost count. But when it came time to leave, we tried and kept finding our way back to the town. And then anyone who tried to leave just kept getting lost in the mist and found their way back into town. But I heard that the mists finally parted, and I guess that's true if you're a stranger in here.
Well, you could say I had a hand in making things clearer.
Sure. So, that's pretty impressive, but we already have like a choreographed act for the main show. I mean,
All right. Well, how about the musician for the background music?
well, we already got some, but if you wanna busk once the main event's over, and we're not gonna stop you.
All right. And she like shrugs and walks away.
Yeah. All right. Sushi, where were you going?
Oh, I'm gonna get stuff at the bakery, and then I'm gonna meet up with Levere.
All right. You can see the kobold is she's wearing an eye patch now, and is and has like burn marks running along one arm, but is currently busy making a lot of pies.
At least she's not busy making
lemon
cake
pies.
this time.
No, it's late at night. Those cakes are already taken.
Well, no, it's let's see. It was 7 when you left the town. Then y'all spent about we'll say 2 hours on the ship. That'd be 9. It's about 10. We'll say it's about 10 right now in the morning.
It's late at night. It's so late at night that it's day again. Go to bed.
Hi there. How can I help you?
Hello. How's it going?
A little busy. I don't have anything made that right now, and not gonna be able to make any custom jobs until Probably around 3.
That's too bad.
She pushes her dough aside, her pie crust dough aside, and puts on oven mitts and pulls out a cake. Pulls out a cake and starts putting icing on it.
Well, that sucks. I'm hungry, but I guess I'll just go. Goodbye.
Yeah, sorry about that. Come back later and we'll have something for you.
No, I'm going to sleep.
Oh, okay. And then you said you rejoin Levere and going to the inn.
Well, what was an inn?
Well, it's just a tavern now. There haven't been any guests to stay in it.
Yeah, so do they still have rooms is my question.
So, as you go into the inn, or as you go into the tavern, you can see an elf girl, who... Alright, we're back. Yeah, computer crash, but we can stitch it together now that we got mods and I can do stuff again. So, as you step into the tavern, you can see an elf is currently working the bar, who is in her 20s, or looks to be in her 20s. She is an elf, so she does tend to stay in her 20s until it's like the last couple decades of a life. But considering there's another elf who is older that is currently serving the food, who you recognize as I believe Dawn was her name, the mother's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dawn
was the mother and Dusk was the kid, I think.
You see Dawn...
That or the reverse, I can't remember.
No, Dusk was definitely the kid. So you see Dawn is currently serving the food while another elf woman is tending to the bar. You can also see an old dog like resting in a dog bed that is on the bar, and above the dog bed hangs like a ceramic plate with an imprint of a dog's paw on it. And then there's another dog that is maybe 3 or 4 years old, currently running around the bar, that all the patrons like feed scraps to.
Humans are to elves what dogs are to humans.
Alright, so what do you do?
I'll head up to the counter.
Alright, she serves...
By the way, is it just me, or did Reisha come with me to the inn? Or tavern? Where's Reisha?
I don't know. She was just gonna follow.
Did you follow Katya or did you follow Levere?
Probably Levere.
Alright, so Reisha's in the inn as well.
Alright, so head up to the front with the crew that came with me.
Alright.
So, which is, I guess, everybody but Katya, because Katya went to see if she could join the circus.
We'll say that Corvus probably stayed on the ship to sleep.
Upon failing, Katya was trying to find the others, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say that since Gunmetal isn't here,
we're all in the inn.
Corvus is in the ship, just resting. Resting after eating a Danish.
A Danish-like item.
Yeah. Alright, so, the elven woman, who you can easily figure is Dusk, finishes serving another patron, and then turns to you and is like, "Oh, I don't know you, and I don't know your orders. How can I help you?"
Are there rooms available?
Yeah, you're having a conference, I'm guessing?
Oh, no, I mean, like,
Conference?
the sleep? Taverns typically have beds, right?
Well, I mean, inns do. I mean, this used to be an inn, but once we stopped having guests, they were converted into,
It was an inn the last time we were here.
well, you must not have been here for a long time. But no,
It was an hour ago.
yeah,
Don't worry
no.
about it.
I mean, if you want to play poker, you can rent out a room, or if you want to have a meeting in private, then you can rent out a room. But,
See, this is why we should have just stayed on the ship.
Well, at the very least, I want to get a corn dog at the carnival, so...
Well, I want a nap.
Well, you can go nap. I'm
very
gonna get a
sleepy
corn
nap.
dog.
Well, if you're getting a corn dog, I want elephant ear.
alright.
Funnel cake's better.
They're the same thing,
They're slightly different.
basically. They're the same dough, just put in different ways.
And
Alright.
the funnel cakes.
So, do y'all want any food that we serve here, or any drinks, or want to rent out
yeah,
a conference
sure.
or a game room? We got beer. It's homemade.
What's the food?
Oh, yeah, we got beef, we got pork, we got bread, we got cheese.
Bread and... I look to the crew. Bread and cheese?
We got lemons.
Bread and cheese always good. How much to
Oh, they got
throw in some
lemons.
meat?
All right.
Bread, cheese, and beef.
All right. You got anything to trade for it?
Well, I sure hope you take gold.
I mean, we haven't really had much need for gold in the last couple decades.
Well, port's open, you'll need it again.
I mean, I guess that's true. I'm sure we can melt it down into like a ring or something. So sure. I don't know. I guess maybe 2 gold for the lot. I don't know. It's been it's been a while since we've actually used it as anything more than like a crafting material, you know?
Yeah, I get you. 23 years of no trade kind of does away with the need for coin. But
Oh.
the need for coin will return.
Well, mostly we just barter in whatever things we make, or favors, or labor. Being the my family owning the tavern makes us one of the most well respected in town. You know, we're basically the mayor.
Well, if you don't have much need for coin, then let me just dig through my bag.
We'll take your coin. We can take it to a jeweler, have it melted down, turned into like rings or necklaces or something.
Oh no, it's fine. Here, he pulls out a bar of dried green tea.
Oh, she takes it, sniffs it, and says, "Oh, is this tea?"
Oh yes.
I haven't had anything.
All you gotta do is chip off a bit of it and put it in hot water.
I ain't had this since I was a little girl. Yeah, I'll get you whatever you want. You want one of those rooms? I mean, I think we can probably bring. We might have a bed and we might have a mattress in storage somewhere if you want to rent out the conference room and put the mattress out in there.
Sounds tempting, but I think 20 years in a warehouse doesn't do much good to a mattress.
That's fair. All right.
We have a ship. It's fine.
We'll get you some food.
Great. And some drinks.
Yeah. All right. She pours you some beer. Though they're all in there, it comes in different bottles with the label ripped off. It does appear to be the same beer. They're just reusing the old bottles. But she fills a mug of beer and slides it to you, and then runs off to let her mom know the order.
I figure I should get some use out of this tea since we're not really using it much.
Yeah. The as you're
also over time we've used up a couple. As you know.
Yeah, but these are like big break. Like one break is like a year's worth of tea for a single person.
Yeah, and I bought like 15 of them. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
As you're walking, the dog gets off the bed and starts to sniff at you as it's walking on the bar counter. The old one. The younger dog is like also sniffing at you, but like from the floor, like hands on the bar stools, trying to sniff at your side.
I pet the old dog. I give him a pat on the head.
He enjoys it and then walks back to his bed and under the plate and lays back down. You can see that the plate now the plate is like old and worn, but you can still make out the date carved into it that says 993 to 107. Or 1007, sorry. 993 to 993 to 1007. Eventually, Dusk returns to the bar and says, "Alright, Ma will come and bring you your food in just a bit."
Alright, cool, thanks.
No problem. So, what brings you around these parts? I mean, nobody's been here for a long time.
Oh, I had business here. Taken care of.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, at least that means you'll be able to enjoy the festival.
You'll be getting a lot more people soon.
Oh, hope we're prepared for that. It's,
Yeah, you should, try to.
some of the younger folks are, I've always wanted to go and meet other people.
Must be great being able to see the sky again.
Oh
Yeah.
no, there were days where we could see the sky, but
I thought it was just always like a solid dome of mist.
oh no, it was more like it's more like a cylinder, like the eye of a storm, but like a wall. Like if you look straight up, you'd be able to see it, but it climbed way high in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it took up like a lot of the sky.
yeah. Kind of want to travel myself. I know I've always promised my son that I'd take him somewhere if the mists ever parted. He didn't even believe me that the mists were ever not a thing, but I remember them not being a thing once. Eventually, your food is placed in front of you. It's meat, cheese, and it's a hamburger. It's a hamburger, a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, I was about to say bread.
Is it ground
beef?
beef? Is it ground beef or just like a slab of steak?
It's ground beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little bit of a tangent.
Hmm?
So you know the restaurant Golden Corral.
Oh no.
I've never had any bad experiences with Golden Corral.
I
So
mean,
my
that-
family would go there quite often when I was younger.
yeah,
You know, back when we could like still afford to, and my parents could drive and walk.
yeah.
What I liked to do when I was younger was, so they have this little station that's like, you know, like a little hallway between like one side of the store or one side of the restaurant to the other, where it's like lined with the, you know, the buffet trays.
Yeah.
So there's like a little station where you can like go up to a guy and like order a steak,
Mm-hmm.
like get a steak made to order.
Yeah. The only thing there that is actually you can actually trust you will get something good.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would get like a steak. I would get like the biggest yeast roll that I could find. I would hollow it out and stick the meat in and some cheese.
Oh,
And be like, "This is my burger."
nice. Yeah, no, this is ground beef, and cheese, and yeah. The it's not the best, but it is serviceable. They don't have a wide selection of spices to make the meat taste like anything other than meat.
I mean, it doesn't need much more than salt, pepper, and garlic, so they
But
might be a bit short on the pepper.
the bread is sourdough.
I don't know how meat is cooked.
Well,
That's because you're stupid.
well, you take some ground beef and you add several spices into it in order to give it flavor. As you're like kneading it, like as though,
Like a dough.
yeah, like a dough to get it all in there.
I
Maybe
don't
pour
know how
some
to make
oil into
bread
it.
Either.
Okay, like you're
Well, you
kneading it
take
like
water-
Play-Doh.
You take water, yeast, and flour, and you put that in a bowl, and you get your hands in there, and you just start mushing it around.
And then eventually you have to let it rest, which is annoying.
Well, it's
Yeah,
called
then
proofing.
you have to let it proof in a bowl, and then you take it out and you start kneading it. You start mushing it up again.
Yeah.
And then
And then
you
you-
can
and
make
then
it
you
into
shape it.
noodles.
Then
Oh
you
my
shape it all
God.
nice and you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Noodle.
Oh
So-
my god, I just realized I've been absolutely stupid. So I have never understood the phrase "the proof is in the pudding" because, like, pudding is just like fucking glob. It doesn't like American pudding is just like fucking custard.
Yeah, no.
Wait, now I
And-
get
British
what?
pudding.
And like I didn't realize that like pudding was like a hella like moist steamed British cake. So like only just now did I put it together that it's talking about the British pudding, which is dough based and does need proving time. And like wow.
But,
and,
but that's not the kind of proof that phrase means.
Well, no, it's a turn of phrase.
It's a turn of phrase.
It's a turn
Yeah,
of
but the
phrase.
phrase means the proof.
Because
The proof
whether
is
the
right
pudding
there.
is how the pudding is proved, whether it's over or under or just right, will be like the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be
Well,
fair,
you gotta
I
remember-
This
didn't.
makes less sense than
To be-
brass tacks.
To be fair, I didn't think about it either until just now when you pointed that out.
This makes less
cool,
sense
we're
than
in the
brass
same
tacks.
boat then.
British puddings are pudding is just a word for dessert over there.
Yeah.
Do you know why farts are called raspberries?
I don't want to know. Let's get back to the game.
You can tell us after the game.
Yeah.
We'll
So-
probably be done soon anyway. We gotta
yeah. We
celebrate a little, eat a corn dog, and then go to bed.
we spent the last 10 minutes on various tangents.
Yes.
I'm very confused.
Okay. So
We're being served food, and you're eating the food.
yeah, sourdough burgers.
Yay.
How's the beer?
Our captain. brought us
The beer is
food.
very basic. It's not like diluted or anything, but it is basic. Like there
Probably doesn't have any hops.
yeah, no, it doesn't.
Harvested from the fields
Yeah,
by my little owls.
yeah, it doesn't have any hops in it. It's wheat. It's bread water.
Gross.
It's serviceable.
Yeah.
Well, it's
At
probably
that point, just make rum. Not rum. The other one. Gin.
gin's made with juniper berries.
They've got to have like a tree in there.
They have
Yeah, but
a
we're-
lemon tree.
Chakfi, we're not in the geographical location where one would find juniper. That would be further
What
up
do you
north.
mean? Junipers love the desert.
Junipers love tundras.
There are tons of junipers in like Oregon.
Okay, let's
Yes.
get back to the game.
Yes, back to the game. The beer is not bitter because it doesn't have hops.
Yeah. It is a little sour.
It's like wheat mead.
Yeah.
Gross.
We had to figure out how to make out how to make our own beer from the wheat and the well, we don't have a big supply of sugar, but we do have the lemons.
I'm
Oh.
guessing y'all use the sourdough thing for the yeast for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, our starter has lasted like we had our sourdough starter since
Since before the
Well, okay.
the mist.
well, no. We won it in a poker game. But the person who had it before had it in her family for like 100 years or so. But
Must have gotten it from a human.
well, I think it was passed down in their generations and stuff.
Yeah, got it from a human.
Yeah, maybe.
I think an elf generation's more than 100 years.
Well, or she
I'm pretty
got
sure.
it from her own generations or her own family.
Eh.
I don't know. Her family's like bakers and stuff.
Maybe it's from the kobold.
Yeah.
You're a kobold.
Yeah, the one across the street owns a bakery.
Yeah.
Kobold, you.
Yeah. All right. So what do y'all do? Once y'all finish your burgers.
Levere's gonna go to carnival area and get a corn dog. Well, okay, actually no. We should go to bed, then go to the festival because it's still like 10 a.m.
Yeah,
It's like 10:30.
yeah, it's like 10:30, 11 after all that walking and stuff.
What is... Okay, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if we go to bed around now, we'll wake up around like 7 p.m.
Alright. Where do y'all go to bed?
Let's just go to the ship.
Alright, as y'all exit the inn, you can see a
Lots of tavern now.
Oh yeah, sorry. As you exit the tavern, you can see a man with gray hair and a big bushy white mustache and a Stetson hat, as well as the sheriff badge,
You a question?
walking into the bakery. And
As the crew exits the tavern, they see the sheriff. He's much older now and bushier.
yeah, he's
Super bushy.
now he is 49 years old.
And still, he is the younger one.
No. Oh wait, you mean younger than you? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Old as fuck.
he picks up the cake from the bakery and starts walking to the north.
Old lady Katya.
I wonder how he like felt about Zeke vanishing just like up and because like they were like I think they considered each other like almost brothers. So that must have been like real bad for him. Anyway, let's get back to the ship.
Alright. Y'all make your way back to the ship. By the time you get there, yeah, it's like 11:30 or so. 11:30 to noon or so by the time you get there. Not that long. But you make your way to your ship and
Hey, quick question.
What?
When we at the start of the last cycle, we took the omnibus there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've still got my holiday pass.
I mean, you can certainly try.
We'll try it after the sleep when we go to the festival, which will probably be like next session.
Okay. All right. So
Sleep.
y'all.
I figure you've got some sleep stuff for us.
Level.
All right. So as y'all.
Everyone but Sushi levels up.
Okay. So where is the? Where is the music that I need? God damn it. There it is.
You guys ever listen to Streetlight Manifesto?
I've heard of
Yeah.
it.
Nice. High
Alex,
five, TK.
Yeah.
I'm listening
You
to We
ever
Will
listen
Fall
to
Together right now.
Catch-22?
I think so.
Yeah, they're a ska band from Jersey, and one of their old band members teaches at the high school where I used
All right.
Alright.
Dream time. So,
Yay.
Levere, as you fall asleep, you find yourself standing in a room. The ground shakes. This is a place that feels familiar, but you haven't been. But you do recognize the aesthetic. There's a big central console made out of magical stones with a purple icosahedron spinning in the center. Though you see a figure sitting at the terminal, illuminated by with a mirror in front of her and illuminated by 6 ovals, each with different colored outlines, and with a few figures you don't recognize, but one you do. The figure sitting at the console is that mousefolk, Sage, she said her name was. They're talking to the others, but it takes a while for sound to become visible. The figures, the seven images she's looking at, as though she's talking through a window to someone else. They are colored red, green, yellow, orange, white, and blue. You hear one of them saying, you hear the one in the orange, a human-looking figure with mutton chops. He looks to be in his 60s or so, bald, but his mutton chops go past his ears. He says, "I'd rather keep my name off of this, considering what we're about to do." And you hear the one in the yellow image, a figure you do recognize as that wizard, wearing his robes. You can only see his chin through his hood. He says, "That's understandable. I don't really think there's any other option other than this."
This is the figure, the wizard with the birds, right?
Yes. He is the one in the yellow
Batman.
circle. The green image is cracked, and you can't really. No, not. Yeah. No, not the green. The blue image. Yes, the figure in the blue image is, or the blue image itself is has a spider web crack, like a broken mirror, and you hear the figure on the other side saying, "Well, if we're gonna do this, we gotta make it fast because the Empress is currently coiled around my anchor, so we don't have a lot of time." And you hear Sage saying, all right. It should work. It should definitely work. I'm pretty sure. If everything is calculated right. So, is everyone ready then? And you hear, ready. They all say they're ready, and Sage is holding her hand over a terminal and says, "Okay, let's do this." She presses down, and there's a huge flash of light, and you feel the ground shaking, and you feel a weird noise just vibrating through you as the purple icosahedron spins faster and faster, gets brighter and brighter, and you hear Sage just scream as the light just fills the room, and you feel sick to your stomach, and you see what looks like the astral plane, though cracking and shattering. You see different images all throughout it, and you see Sage holding onto the terminal with her hand as cracks seem to radiate in the air from it until it shatters, and she tries to pull away, and she gets sucked into it, and you wake up. And that is where we will end this episode.
Well, fuck.
So, thank you everybody for
Did
watching.
everybody on the cruise see that, or just
No,
Lucian?
that was
That was Levire's
That was
stream.
just Levere.
yeah, that was Levire's
Only
dream.
Levere saw that.
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Levire's dream. Sorry, I forgot.
Sushi's dreams are more gooey.
yeah.
Mm.
This was
And some of them have whips.
giggity. So thank you everybody for watching. This was World of Tapir. It is great to be back. There's plenty of other stuff on the channel. Biddy, what are you playing?
I'm playing Pikmin 2, actually.
Hell yeah.
I need to get that uploaded.
Oh yeah, you probably do. Chalkby, what is your campaign?
I run Plastic OS
Yeah, Plasticos.
online.
Its setting is that we are all in a full dive VR MMO.
Yes, where the world, where your gameplay adapts to the way you want to play, from fighting in a basic sword and shield manner to using tetronymos to cast spells.
Yep. Also on the channel, we recently finished God of War last week, played by my boyfriend Scraps, and now he is playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Arzette, Jewel of Falamore.
Yes, watch that to witness me falling asleep.
You did fall asleep for a bit.
I did fall asleep.
It was kind of funny. Alright. Comment challenge of the day. What's your worst restaurant experience? It could be an experience where you work at a restaurant, have to deal with a shitty customer, or it could be your experience at a restaurant and getting, like, shitty food.
I worked at the dine-in movie theater when they first opened here, and like no one understood that you were supposed to tip. And I had an Indian family, and like they were really fussy, and I tried really hard to like get them their stuff, even though it was really busy. And they tipped me $5 on a $172 bill.
Oh, that's awful. If it's 100 plus, it should be $20 at the very least. If it's 170, that should be at least like 30.
I had to work Christmas Day, and Tangled was playing, and the shift that I had to be in the Tangled theater for was completely full. The signal towers for the ordering system went down, so nobody in that theater got their food the entire time. I had to get all the managers to come and calm everybody down. One person did leave me a 20.
Oh, that's good at least.
Yeah.
At least there's some good in the world.
What's going on? Where are we?
Worst restaurant experiences.
Oh,
Look at the comment challenge.
Yeah.
someone threatened to shoot me.
Someone threatened me with a knife.
He didn't have a
Yikes.
gun on him. Oh, while I wasn't there,
Yeah,
though,
the knife on
at my
him.
Chipotle, someone did threaten that my manager pulled out his gun, and that wasn't allowed at the restaurant, so he got fired. But, cool guy.
Oof. When I worked at
He
Subway,
worked at Qdopo.
when I worked at Subway, someone threatened to burn down the store because because they wanted a salad, but they didn't want to pay for a salad, so they just wanted all the toppings crushed like a salad or chopped like a salad and put in a salad tin, quote unquote, on the side. That's how they were trying to get a salad without paying for a salad, and we were like, no, that's a salad. All right, that's not toppings, that's a salad, and there is a difference. And so they threatened to burn down the store. They never did, obviously.
Can I change my answer?
What?
I was working at Chipotle during the riots.
Oh no!
When there was a Philadelphia riot,
A sports
when
one?
some of the protest. No, it was the protests back in 2020. We were
Oh.
closed because of COVID, and during 2020, riots happened across the street. Nothing happened to us. I did suggest we sell extra sour cream with our burritos, just in case of tear gas, but it didn't really work out. Instead, we just kind of watched this stuff happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that out of the way,
my worst experience is I burned my hand a little bit when I was working at Sonic.
Oof.
I haven't really had that many bad experiences at restaurants.
That's fair. Well, with that out of the way, there's nothing left to say about it. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.